TCR. Trinity. Go ahead. Race. France Grand Prix Paul Ricard. Bravo. Fantastic.
Hello, welcome everybody. This is TCR Season 7 Race 11 in the France GP. I am joined by a good friend of mine, XP. XP, say hi.
Hello, guys.
And another good friend of mine from production. Hey Jones, how are you?
Hello, what's up?
Not much. Here doing this quick live of the French GP. It looks like it's gonna be a pretty exciting race. We have a wet qualifying so far, and we don't know how the race will be. Anybody's got a weather report out in the pit lane?
I got you, Lopez. Race report. We are going to be starting in the dry, but as the race progresses, it's going to get wetter and wetter. So, very interesting to see. The teams have been butting heads here. Engineers busy. The mechanics are going to be up all night with these setups. Do you run a wet setup in qualifying and risk your pace at the beginning of the race, or do you run it dry and hope for the best late in the race? Tire strategy as well, big question. Go ahead, XP.
Jones, so you're going to be keeping those boots and umbrella handy for the race.
Absolutely, could be early, mid-race.
Gotcha. So it's like you said, there's a good chance these guys qualied in rain setup, wet setup for the middle of the race. So it should be for sure a one-stop strategy. Probably people, like you said, keeping trying to get on the hardest, longest lasting tire before switching to intermediates or wet.
Yes, sir. It should. Strategy-wise, this is going to be an incredible race. Everybody's starting off on brand new tires, as you guys were saying. So we're going to see a lot of strategies being thrown out of the window now, since qualifying was, I would say, a horrific show. We were waiting for at least dry qualifying and give us a good impression of how the race could have been. But we always love some rain, don't we, guys?
Yeah, it spices the show up. Before, after, or well, listen. You seem to enjoy watching it. I don't like driving in it, but you know that's preferences.
Yeah, definitely.
Let's cross our fingers that we are able to get to the formation lap.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Definitely.
I always get. This is when I get scared. These are the scariest moments. Not when I'm in the car going at full speed into a corner, but this waiting for players.
Oh yes, definitely. We've had a couple of technical difficulties recently in the season. I believe the most recent was in Baku. We had a technical difficulty on the formation lap. We did not get it started. So we're just crossing our fingers here and hoping that we don't have to restart anything and we can just finish this race as we go.
2 check marks.
Two check marks, and
3,
away we go.
4. It is taking
Quite a
a
while.
while.
People are coming up with their strategies, so let's give them time to do that as well. We cannot anticipate ourselves and just try to get this race going. People's gotta have their strategies ready.
Any nice.
All right, formation lap. So I guess we're in the game. We're gonna start off with pole position. Joe Breezy putting an exceptional lap in the wet, almost a second faster than the guy right behind him in the Force India of Sandemar, doing a pretty good qualifying. He is dividing the two championship rivals at the moment with Sean in third. That Ferrari looking very beautiful in the day. He not sure if he had troubles during qualifying, but still did good enough to get third. Right behind him, the Toro Rosso of Talon guy in the softs. Now this is where the strategy is coming crazy. A lot of people have different tires. Both of the Toro Rossos are going very long with the soft tires. This is really going to be a show depending on who's going to be able to pit first and who has the advantage in pace. Right in the back we have Starboy. He's warming up his tires in his beautiful Alfa Romeo. Behind him we have Iro, hoping to make up some positions in the start with the Super Softs. Right behind him we have the Mercedes of CX, also on the Super Softs, looking to gain some positions in the start. Right in the back we have Mitch. Now I don't know if all the Michelins are in the comments supporting on their leader, but
I'm sure
Mitch in, Mitch in 9th and looking to make positions as well. In 10th place we have Damaso, the other Red Bull. Not looking like a good qualifying for him, but he has the soft tires on, so hopefully he's able to put in a good pace. Right in the back we have Swarner with the softs as well. A lot of people are going long here. After him we have Psycho in the supers, another person looking to make up positions. Right in the back we have Useless Porridge with a brand new name, also looking to make up positions. Right in the back we have his teammate with a different strategy. He has the softs on. Right in the back we have the other McLaren of Silent with the super softs, and Bigger Fever running out the race in 16th with the soft tires. Let's ride on board with Joe Breezy, as we have a really bad camera angle, so let's look for a better one. Okay, for now we'll stick with Sean. We have the better camera angle.
Sean with a bold statement using those ultra soft right at the start.
Yes,
We have 3 lights, 4 lights, 5, and we are at the French GP.
Looking like a good start from Sean. He's right on the back of Joe Breezy, looking to make a move into turn 1, and he does.
Oh, they touched.
Little bit of contact. Sandemar going wide. Oh, we have a Toro Rosso going wide. That's everybody in the rear looking like they're doing pretty good. Let's go back to the front. Everybody's looking like they're lining up. Yes, sir?
So Sean, it looked like Joe Breezy tapped the back wheel of Sean, and it ricocheted, hit Sandemar, which had to take emergency maneuvers and go wide there. So Iro basically took advantage of that and then moved into third. But they're all following each other pretty close at the moment.
Yes, they are. As I'm riding on board.
Nothing set in stone.
Nothing set in stone. Thank you. As I'm riding on board with CX, everybody looks like they're in a line and nobody's challenging each other. We have Jelos in sector 2 and 3. Looks like Damaso and Bigger Fever had a little bit of contact. They're running very back. And we have a move by Sanderman on Starboy. We did not catch it on cameras. But,
Damaso has a broken front wing.
Damaso has a broken front wing.
Yeah, orange or yellow front wing. He's missing a piece of it. He's gonna probably. I'm gonna stay on him. I'm gonna stay on him, see if he pits. Sean just did a purple fastest lap. Idol is the biggest mover, and he's right on Joe Breezy's tail at the moment.
Iro, the biggest mover, okay? So we have Iro with 4 positions gained. What a nice move from Iro. So it looks like everybody in the front are spacing each other out. The fight in the middle is spicing up a lot, as we have a lot of cars within a second. I don't really have enough time to think about that. We have
The
secrets
Masso
right on the back of
actually,
Starboy.
Jones, did the Masso pit for a new wing?
I didn't catch the pit. Sorry.
Not a
I
problem.
didn't see if he caught a new wing. Let me add this in. I had a quick report on our leader Sean here. Obviously going for it on the dry portion of this race. We don't know when the rain's going to arrive, but Sean on the ultra softs. I know before the race he was talking about how focused he is on a second championship for TCR here. It looks like he's going to try and make the quick getaway, and watch out for him in the wet. He loves the 9 ballaster on this track, and loves to sling it around these corners. So when it starts raining, I keep an eye on Sean. He's going to need to open a big gap here to protect himself.
We have close battles, Lopez in the back between ZX, Mitch, Silent, and Cycle. I think there's going to be a couple of positions changed, especially with the DRS enabled.
Yes, as I'm riding on board with the CX. Oh, this contact there with Starboy. We caught just a bit of it as the camera had just moved to a better position. It looks like the McLaren Silent was caught up in the moment, and a couple of other cars. I see, I believe CX is going on the wrong line there. Looked like he got trouble. All of these guys are very close to each other, and he's just making for some really incredible action.
Yeah, we have a McLaren train there, and Cycle looks like he's going to make a move on Mitch.
Oh yes, he is. He's on the inside.
Of the chicane, yeah.
DRS wide open, goes on the inside. What a beautiful move. A lot of respect there. Cycle moves ahead of Mitch, and he has the exit as well. But Mitch is not giving up. He's right on his back now.
We have useless Sporage taking advantage of that slipstream there.
Yes. We also have a different train with Swarner, CX, and Special Ops. And looks like CX is trying to make a move on Swarner. Oh, and he does right on the inside. What a beautiful line. He gets right past Warner. Well done.
Just going back to the front, surprisingly, Joe Breezy on the harder compound is in DRS of Sean at the moment, almost 800ths of a second behind. On the slower tire, and Sean with a 3-second penalty for exceeding track limits probably. This is interesting because he's gonna have the DRS on him.
Yes, it is
for the back straight there right now.
Yes, as I'm riding on board with him at the moment. Sean looking to not give him any type of slipstream at the moment, but Joe Breeze is coming in with a really strong speed. 8th gear, going down the gears, goes into the corner. He's able to keep a pretty good gap between him and the exit. So we'll come back to that fight, as Talon is also on the back of Iroh. We don't see any movers out in the midsection. A lot of people is riding very close with each other. Everything so far has seemed like it calmed down a bit. Any reports on the pit? I'm not sure if anybody else looking for newer front wings or different type of strategy. Jones,
I think it's going to be calm for now if Jones can confirm, but like you said, the gaps between people have settled. No, well, that's not really true. Between 9, 10th, and 11, there's a train at the moment. But I don't think anybody's going to be pitting
except for Sean.
that I could see of, unless they spin and they ruin those tires. Because I think these guys are all gonna. Oh wow, Sean just pitted.
Yeah, Sean into the pits. He changes tires. Jones, any reports you got on Sean and the Ferrari team? Any reasons why he needed to pit? Why was he losing speed at the end of that stint?
Do you think he misjudged the ultra soft tires?
I don't think he
Wow.
misjudged the tires. Sean comes in and gets super softs. I really think he's going for the gap here. We don't know how long this dry period is going to last, but I expect Sean is trying to get as big a gap as he can before the wet period.
How many laps on the super soft? 12 to 13 when brand new?
That would be pushing it, but yes, it's doable.
Do you think it would be doable? And this is just me speculating. Imagine he does half the race in the dry with these tires. So imagine like in 10 laps or 9 laps, rain starts. Can you finish the race on these tires if there's rain?
The guys that are in best shape are on the softs at the moment. The super softs, it's really going to be hard for them to make it to a wet period. We don't see any sign of rain nearby, so it looks like anybody on the super softs will most likely have to come in. The guys on the softs are in the best shape if it's even close.
I really find it strange that he started on the ultra softs. I'm not sure what was his thinking behind that, especially since he's basically forfeited the lead and asked to pit another time if there's rain. So Joe Breezy, I-Roll, Talon Guy are all on the better strategy at the moment.
XP, just one more thing on that. If this rain does arrive, say lap 17, 18, if the soft stint guys are at the end of their tire wear, Sean will be in the best shape at that point. He's got pace right now on this fresh set, so if the rain comes later, towards the end of that soft stint, Sean will be in the best position.
Alright, as we are 6 laps into the race, there's a couple of gaps that are very close to each other, but everybody so far has been on a good charge. Tire-wise so far, everybody's either the same different tires, the softs or the super softs. There seems to be not a single difference between the tires, as people with the softs have some pretty good pace advantage compared to the people with super softs. But so far, the closest gaps up front are the 2 Toro Rossos and Sanderman, as Seafreeze is right on the back of Sandemar going into the...
Oh yeah, they're battling for second place at the moment.
Second place.
Oh yeah, there's a train between I-Roll, Seafreeze, and it's funny, I'm looking at this, there's a lot of movement between Seafreeze, Sandemar for third place at the moment, and everybody's gonna have DRS for the Talon Guy, Seafreeze, Sandemar, I-Roll are all gonna have DRSs on the back straight there.
Oh yes, they will, as they're still fighting for that position. Nobody's getting it, no one knows. And Mitch on the back of Psychosen trying to make a move. He's been doing this for about 2 laps now. Psychosen defending the inside beautifully. Mitch locking up the tires, which gives Starboy a pretty good run on the exit. And as I'm saying, everybody's just pretty close to each other. There's been really, as I miss out a move by Seafreeze to Sandemar. Looks like Sandemar lost it, and Seafreeze and Talon were able to make the position now. Both Toro Rossos are looking for a good points finish, as long as they keep the good strategy and they don't mess with each other's pit stops.
Sandemar is still chasing them, so he might have lost a position, but he's still in a he's still in the race. He could still catch them. What's impressive is Joe Breezy's 7-second lead, and he could stay out. He's safe, you know. He could stay out for a while. Lopez, I'm gonna go to the race director. I want to see, because I'm looking at all these penalties, and yesterday's night, I think the only person that didn't have a penalty was Airborne. So she's gonna go to the race director to see how many people have penalties.
Alright, as you were saying yesterday, the only people without penalties were actually me and Airborne. Kept it pretty clean out in the racetrack. So I've seen a lot of penalties pop out. So if you can please say how many people have had at least one penalty. It would be really nice to know what the differences could be here. As Porridge Boss gets a 3-second time penalty as well, just to add to his injury.
Okay, so Sean has a 3-second penalty. Sandemar in 5th position at the moment has a 6-second penalty. Seafreeze and Iroll both have a 3-second penalty. So Joe Breezy is in the lead and is clean with almost an 8.5-second lead there. And so far so good. Seafreeze is gonna have to have at least a 3-second gap as I roll to keep their position, and at the moment it doesn't look like they will be keeping that position. But there's how many more laps? I think there's 18 more laps to go. Anything could happen. I'm sure that there's going to be positions swapped and more penalties to get. Yeah, sorry about that. Yesterday you did not get any penalties, and that speaks volumes, because there's, even if I tried, sometimes simply by overbraking or whatever, the circuit limits on this track are a little bit bonkers.
Yes, they are.
Some places where you think that you should get penalty, you don't, and some places where you just simply go wide slightly, you do get a penalty.
Yes, it's really hard to manage a really good no penalty clean race, as everybody is really close to each other. It's really hard to keep camera on all these gaps that are just being created or being terminated by different people. As Talon is still on the back of Seafreeze, back into the DRS
Seafreeze did a mistake there, huh? Unless it was video lag. At least I thought that he lost his end there, but he recuperated. It's good.
Yes.
The place for the battle for second place is on at the moment between potentially four drivers.
And
I'm happy to see Silent Guy in 6th at the moment.
Oh yes, he's doing really
good.
Good
for now.
He has a 3-second gap to the guy in front. He has a 4-second gap to the guy behind. So he's really in no man's land at the moment, and he's doing.
Seafreeze might make a move on Iroll. Seafreeze is making a move on Iroll on the chicane.
And Seafreeze, come on, this camera angles, breaks later. Goes around the outside.
Oh!
Was there contact between them?
No. Everything was no contact at all.
So good move there by Seafreeze into 2nd place now, and hoping to at least close the gap a little bit to the guy in front. And
Talon Guy!
Talon Guy, right on the
on the inside.
That's a lot of fights here.
Yeah.
As there's also about 6 different cars in the midfield still fighting for 7th place. And that 7th place trying to
I see rain.
Oh, the rain is coming into play. Now Jones, you were reporting that there was going to be rain later on the race. What is your prediction now for the strategies?
This could be killer timing for Sean if it starts coming down quick. It looks like he'll be caught out. He has also not made up any time on Breezy. He's got a 22-second gap when he came out of pits. Stuck in traffic here. He has not made up any time at all. Other than that, the leaders are all in pretty good position here. If this rain starts, they've all been able to survive this long, and on super softs, they can certainly go another couple laps if need be.
So Sean looking to make a couple of moves while going through this train of about 6 different drivers, as Mitch makes a mistake coming out of that corner, and Sean looks to have a better exit.
Somebody went wide there. Seafreeze went really wide. I think he cut the corner. Yeah, I think he cut the corner. Jones I Joe Breezy is still gonna come out of this with the best outcome, because Sean is gonna need to pit, and Joe Breezy looking at it fast for sure as a pit stop in hand. He will come out ahead of Sean.
Yes, because
no
the rain
happens.
has arrived early.
Oh no!
Sean will definitely get caught out here, and you can see him struggling already. He's got
Oh.
that 9 ballast. He's struggling for grip already.
I might be wrong. Joe Breezy stayed out. Actually, everybody's staying out. Surprisingly, everybody's still. Zandamar's in.
Oh, third
Zandamar,
sector.
silent. Oh, Starboy almost hit the wall coming into the pits.
Wow.
You have Sean. Maybe this is gonna play out better than. Maybe something's gonna change.
Wow, everybody
Maybe
jumps
they're all
into the
putting-
pits.
For intermediates.
As Joe Breezy, Seafreeze, iRoll, Talon Guy, and CS stay out, everybody else goes into the pit, and it was chaos. I'm talking about chaos, as you guys saw there. Everybody was almost into the back of each other. People were not giving each other space. And I see 5 comments so far. Anything on the comments, Jones?
Nothing lately. A couple Michelins in the chat, giving a look, but nothing to comment on at the moment.
A couple of Michelins as iRoll's right on the back of Seafreeze, a couple of tenths back in this very struggleish weather, as everybody else just got out of the pits.
Joe Breezy hasn't lost it. Joe Breezy hasn't lost it at all.
Oh, commentators curse, commentators curse, commentators curse. As he gains
No,
it
no,
back.
no.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
yeah, actually, yeah, he's starting to.
It's
But he
difficult.
still has a powerful lead. He still has a powerful lead.
He does. As he's really nursing those tires at the moment. Oh,
Oh.
Seafreeze is riding as well. iRoll went super wide. There's probably sector 1. Not sure what that was.
Breezy's in the pits.
Breezy's in the pits. I believe everybody that
Yeah,
stayed out is gonna have to be
60
pitting at the
seconds,
moment.
20, he looks like to have a 30-second lead on everybody, so he's coming out first.
Yes, he will.
It's more Seafreeze, iRoll, Talon Guy, and ZX that are in danger, because Zandamar, I think, he's gonna take the lead. As Zandamar is gonna take the lead. He's gonna take second place, followed by Silent AKA in third. Seafreeze is still Seafreeze is coming out of the pits and just got passed by Silent AKA. So
Yes,
this early rain really played into the hands of Sean, Starboy, Silent, and Zandamar.
Yes, as Seafreeze lost out massively, staying out a little too long, because he was in the middle of a fight with a couple of people, so they each helped each other lose a little bit of time. Psychosane came out just in the back of Seafreeze, and they were fighting earlier for positions when they were on the dry tires, so they didn't seem to shuffle that much. As iRoll is right on the back of his teammate, and Talon Guy, the biggest loser of them all, is in 14th place.
Out of all this, let's not forget, last time I checked, Zandamar, which is currently in second place, as well. Last time I checked, had a 6-second penalty.
6-second penalty.
So nothing set in stone yet. But Joe Breezy, I think he's gonna have a unsurmountable lead if it stays this way.
Well, at the moment, our race leader at the beginning, Sean, who had as Starbuck was really wide there, and Sean makes another position. He's been fighting quite a couple of people in his different strategy, trying to make up positions in time now to Joe Breezy, who is just having quite a comfortable lead out ahead, about 8 seconds and a half. So it's all really on whether can Sean catch up to him in these remaining laps. Can these tires last as much as the laps there is? Any idea, guys?
Well, listen, Sean is doing everything that it takes to catch up to him. He is now in third. and he's on the hunt for Zandamar. So even if he can't win this race, he's gonna salvage a lot of points. But he has to keep clean because at the moment he's losing a lot of time to Zandamar battling with Silent AKA, which is wide, and they touched.
Oh,
they
oh no, oh no, we just caught that. Oh man, both tires come off for Starboy, and that's gonna be penalties for Sean. We'll see what the stewards
What
have
happened?
to say about that.
Starboys was in the middle of Sean and Silent's battle.
No, so I got that perfectly on camera as I was keeping view of the closest battle in lap at the moment. Sean and Starboy were side by side coming out in the exit. Starboy went wide, but he was not giving up the position, and it's just Sean, trying to get out on the power. Starboy trying to go back into the racetrack. It just doesn't work like that, and Sean, I believe. I believe Sean might have hit Starboy. We don't know yet, as we need to see the onboards for that and talk to the stewards. But so far, Sean was, on the typical race line, and Starboy was trying to come in, and both banged twice, and Starboy being the loser here and crashing out. Really sad to see that happen.
It's unfortunate, but it's racing.
Yes, it is.
I was actually gonna say, while we were all watching this battle, that I was surprised that there was no accidents or no DNFs whatsoever. But here comes the rain,
Yes.
and changes the complete outlook of the race.
And as the rain comes and changes the race, also do penalties. Jones, do you have anything to say about penalties? Has there been any more penalties giving out during this wet part of the race?
Yeah, they're flying all over the board here. Penalty-wise, Breezy is really being done a favor here. Xander sitting on 6 seconds, Sean sitting on 3 seconds, Silent sitting on 3 seconds. So Breezy sitting comfortably at the top, but basically the whole field behind Breezy, most of them have something to take away from their total time at the end of the race.
Oh man, as I believe iRoad just got past Big Good Fever. Not sure whether that's any team orders coming into play. Do you have any idea on that since you're in the pit lane?
Taking a look now, I missed Dyrol there. I don't have a report on it at the moment.
All right,
It's a family affair. It's a family affair.
Family affair. All right, we'll leave it at that. We shall not intervene too much. As CX is trying to intervene into it, he's going right on the outside of Be Good Fever. And does he keep the position? It's a drag race to the next corner. CX looks to have the power and traction.
And the inside, so.
And the inside, so he has better positioning to the corner. Makes them move.
He's got that point.
He's got
He's got that last point.
All right. So this quite a couple battles out here in the mid section of the group, as the gaps up ahead have been just increasing. Sean has just lost about a second or so in about a couple of laps, so pace-wise, it's not really doing great. I'm gonna ride on board with Seafreeze, who's right on the back of Porridge. Is he gonna make a move? No, he leaves it for later. Oh, both look like they lose the rear a little bit there, but they come out pretty good. I wonder if he can make a move into the next couple of corners. Porridge not giving the inside. He knows the Seafreeze will go for it. As Seafreeze has the power and goes around the outside. Oh man,
yeah.
What
He's
incredible
getting one
battles
for
we
that,
have here.
that's for sure.
Damaso retired. Oh, Damaso retired on the second sector. Any onboard guys? Where did he retire?
I'm following Spec Ops to see where Damaso.
As I'm riding on board with Seafreeze, fighting Useless Porridge at the moment. Useless with a brand new name. and I don't know if he has a brand new pace as well. But the fight for six looking to be really interesting as they try to go side by side in the start-finish straight. Seafree is looking to make this move to keep going up position-wise. Side by side into turn 1, side by side into turn 2, and these guys are keeping it clean.
I don't see the Master's car anywhere.
Oh man,
and
the Master just became...
Special Ops is on the main street now, so it's somewhere around here, that's for sure.
The ghost of the Master is gonna be staying here in France for a while. As we have a couple of other people getting some time penalties, so as Jones was saying, these time penalties are gonna be flying in. As it looks like we're gonna have a train forming over here in the back of 6th place. We have Seafreeze, Courage, Iroh, Psycho Satan, CX, and Big Fever, all within 3 to 4 seconds of each other. So look for that train to be a little bit exciting as we have both of the Mercedes right on the back of each other. So team orders might come into play.
There's it's funny that you say that because these guys are gonna have to do it on pure talent on the edge, on thin ice, especially with the rain, without DRS. So it's about positioning, making sure you're defending properly, and you know, especially in the rain, you go wide, you're in the wet, you push on the throttle too heavily, and you might lose the rear. So you know, all that comes into play. So it's right. The most interesting battle at the moment is for 4th and 5th, which is Mitch, the two McLaren boys, and then Seafreeze, Iroh, Mr. Psycho Sane, and ZX.
Well, the gap between Iroh and Seafreeze has evened out a little bit. Now it's 1.6 seconds. They have 1.3 seconds to the Mercedes and Psycho Sane in the back. And earlier, as you were saying, we saw some either team orders or a real fight between the McLaren boys and Mitch getting ahead of Silent for 4th place. As we also saw the car of both Williams actually pitted for wet tires, and looks like the rain is coming down harder. Any ideas on what tire is better now in the pits there, Jones?
Just watching Spec Ops leave pits here, did not look comfortable at all. We'll find out in a lap here. I mean, I think the guys are pretty consistent on their time still, so might be a little early, but we don't know how this rain's going to progress. Just a side comment here on Spec Ops, looking to set a TCR record here for time penalties. He's up to 29 seconds so far.
He might get disqualified before he reaches that obviously max penalty. A lot of people are coming in. We have Silent, Seafreeze, Zandamar, Sean, all pitting. You think Joe Breezy's gonna? I don't know. Joe Breezy.
He comes out.
Joe Breezy stopped for wets.
Yes, he did. As everybody else is mostly.
Yeah, so everybody's coming out for wets. Okay.
A couple of people are staying out on the intermediates, such as Mitch, CX, Big Good Fever, and those are the only guys at the moment that have not pitted for a brand new sets of wets. As Sean now in 6th place, looking like he did a really bad strategy at the beginning there with those super softs. Jones, you were our weather reporter, and XP, anything to say about what Sean did at the beginning that looked like mess up the whole race for him?
Look, I think he took a gamble on the tires. I really think he was trying to open up a gap at the beginning. It just didn't work out. There's no way to know when that rain's going to show up. As I alluded to, if that rain showed up, 5 laps later, Sean would have been in the best position on track. So just a gamble that did not pay off for him. These guys that did not pit on the inners, looking not to double stack their pits. All three had teammates coming on track position.
As I need to cut you off there, I-Roll and Porridge having an interesting battle out on track, as I-Roll is useless get by, believing because they were pushing each other wide, and both of them either got a time penalty at the moment or just one of them and the other one got a warning. But this fight's looking to be pretty aggressive now on the wet, since nobody has a advantage on grip, as it looked like. Now we have
Sean is gonna take third place, so they all pitted and came back out. Came back out pretty much at the same position that they were 2 laps ago. Answering your question, listen, I know a thing or two about Ferrari, and I think the pit wall and the mechanics probably put on the wrong tires on Sean's car at the beginning. I personally think that if he would have been on super softs or softs, he would have been able to maintain a pretty reasonable gap to Joe Breezy and copy or undercut in during the race. But having to pit so early, so basically he pitted one more. He pitted one more time than the top guy, Joe Breezy. So a Ferrari, wrong strategy, and I'll leave it at that.
all right. As we're riding on board and looking at the biggest gainers and biggest losers, we have Talon 8 positions down from where he started. Oh, and Seafreeze and Silent. Oh, they ran. Seafreeze ran into the back of Silent, and Silent looks to okay, he's restarted back on track, but he has terminal front wing. I mean, didn't have terminal front wing damage. That's Seafreeze to be exact. As we're riding with a couple of other people, Seafreeze having a really hard time. As we see, yeah, he has to pit. He has the front right wing completely destroyed as he ran into the back of Silent. Wonder what happened, as we were on board but didn't really get to see quite a good angle there. Seafreeze into the pits and losing out a lot of positions. Toro Rosso having a really bad race now, as one guy was 7 positions down and now the other one's pitting for front wings. This race is shaking up everything really randomly now. I wonder how the guys on the top are doing. Are they being soft on their tires? Are they keeping a good pace? Nobody's pushing.
Joe Breezy is in control. He read the situation correctly, pitted when he needed to. Sometimes I thought that he took a chance staying out, especially with the gap that he had to everybody else. Took a chance to stay out, but listen, he's leading no penalty. I know Jones can confirm if I'm right or wrong. He has no penalties, but even if he had a 3-second penalty, he has a 15-second lead on second place. So he could rack up 3 consecutive 9-second penalties and still win this race.
XP, right. Just to report on the time penalties, Joe Breezy is clean. Xander still sitting on those 6 seconds, so Breezy's just got to cruise home from here.
All right. Anything on the comments, Jones?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Michelin's just hanging out. W checked in, and that's about it. It's kind of quiet.
It's. I was gonna say that Silent had the biggest comeback and position gained before the incident, but it looks like it's now Mitch. He started 9th, and he's gonna be racking some important points here today. Jones, do you have the standings, Andy? So basically, Joe Breezy is leading the championship. He's gonna get a nice cushion to Sean, correct?
Yeah, XP, he came into the race 20 points up on Sean. I think that was part of Sean's gamble with the tire strategy. So yes, Joe's going to open up a sizable lead after if he takes this home. In addition to that, the constructor standings, Red Bull sits on top and Toro Rosso was close behind. That's all going to change after this race. So Breezy really doing a complete job here as far as championship standings.
All right, as we are gonna be riding on board with Warner, right on the back of Cyclosine. Couple of different people have been able to make a couple of different moves, and sometimes the gaps they expand, and then as those moves are made, the gaps are being constructed, and Talon guy is catching up to Swarner and Cyclosine, saying, "Hey, I haven't been in a party. I want to join you guys." And now we have almost a three-way battle for 9th place. So two good point-paying positions up for grabs. This time, joking. And Talon looking to at least want 2 points the most. As Warner looks like he had difficulty there coming out of the corner. I would like to get a lap-by-lap comparison of Sean's gap to Sanderman, as he is catching up at a really good rate at this moment and looking to make up at least one more position for a better finish in the podiums.
Sandemar looks like, I don't know if it's visual or not, seems to be sliding a lot with those tires. They're the same amount of a number of laps between the top three. You might be right. Sean's got a good chance of catching up on Sandemar. Jones, going back to the penalty, Sandemar, if let's say Sean finishes 1 to 2 seconds behind Sandemar, do the penalties give an advantage to Sean, or both of them have about the same amount of time penalties?
Let me cut you off right
at the moment, Sean. Sorry, at the moment Sean has 3 seconds in hand against Xandermar. Xander's sitting on 6 seconds in penalties. And I just picked up a penalty on ZX as well. He got a 5-second stop go for track limits. Not sure how you actually get that, but he did.
Maybe, I think the way, this is simply me speculating because I think I did it yesterday. When you're exceeding track limits 3 times in a row, you get 3-second penalty. But I think if you cut a corner, you might get a 3 or 5-second penalty. Usually those 5-second penalties are usually reserved for entering the pit lane at high speeds and cutting corners. So who knows?
Well, as you were saying that,
could cost him 2-3 positions here. XP, ZX sitting in 6th, but a couple guys close behind.
But this means that Sean simply could play it safe, especially at this late stage, and just try to stay as is behind. I'm sure the racing driver in him wants to pass him on the track legit, but he could stay as is and gain 2nd place.
Alright, next we have Talon, who had made a move on Cyclosine, losing it on the pit straight, looking like he wanted to pit for an extra set of wets, but coming back into the track and now fighting again for the position that he just made up. What happened there?
Sandemar almost lost it, and the gap went down to almost 800 seconds. So Sean is really,
right on
really
the back.
Close.
Right on the back of Sandemar on the start finish straight, and this is the move for 2nd place. Now we know that Sean has had the pace in order to close an 8-second lap within this whole pit stops and wet strategies. So obviously Sean looking to make a move at least into 2nd place and not hurt his championship standing by too much. Now,
plus he has he has half a battery of ERS this position, and Sandemar really struggling for grip there, and low on ERS. Yeah, Sandemar is defending the inside though, so.
If you're Sean, where do you make the move?
I would make a move if I was Sean, especially being this late, this far behind in championship. This at the moment is guaranteed second place, but he doesn't know that. I don't think he knows that Sandemar has an extra penalty than him. But you know.
All right, as this is so far the only gap that is. Oh, we have problems in sector 2. Anybody going off there?
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now.
As Talon looking to make a move on Psycho Saiyan for the third time. Looks like he gets ahead. And gets the corner. Well, now we have sector 3.
I'm not sure what's going on. I don't see nobody going slow or off track. Maybe it was Spec Ops getting out of the way for unlapping. I'm not sure.
The gap between Silent and Psycho Saiyan, I would like to keep an eye out on that, as I keep an eye out on Sean and Sanderman. Sean still closing the gap as much as he can, but I don't believe he's still able to make a move into the next straight. Looking like everybody else has set their gaps, as the biggest gap advantage at the moment is Sean to Mitch with a 19 second advantage, as we will not count special ops as he is 1 lap down. Seafreeze also has a 20 plus gap to the guy in front of him. So, and as I was saying that, I believe that the yellow flags.
We have somebody, Seafreeze, hitting the wall.
Oh, Seafreeze hitting the wall, man.
Yeah.
Looking like
a bad day for Seafreeze. Bad day for Seafreeze. Other than that, a commanding lead and amazing race by Joe Breezy.
Yes, as we're starting the last lap here, we're riding with Joe Breezy. Yes, another Red Bull commanding this race. Looking like it was all yesterday.
I wonder who won yesterday.
Yeah, I wonder who won yesterday too.
It was you, my friend. Congratulations. The Red Bulls are in full swing. The car had I think it's Spec Ops going really wide there, letting everybody pass.
And Charlie Whiting did not like what he was doing. He gets disqualified and out of this race.
The ghost of Charlie Whiting.
The ghost of Charlie disqualified him.
Well, no, it's F1 2018, so he was still alive back then.
Oh yeah, that's true. As Sean still isn't able to make a move on Sanderman, so this position for second looking to be given to him through penalties, not through track position. But as soon as I say that, he's closing the gap on the straight now, looking to make a move.
I hope there's no accidents. I hope there's no accidents.
As Sanderman went to cover the inside.
Good defending, yeah.
But Sean has a better exit. He's right on the back now. And Sanderman needs to protect that inside for every single corner now coming. Because, if Sean is able... Oh, this is fourth second place. This is 4th second place. Going wide into this corner. Oh, side-by-side action. And this is the cleanest that we've seen so far. Will Sean... Oh,
what you see?
No. Wow.
Why?
And he's going to penalize himself in order to let Sanderman up front again. Oh, he's almost losing in the rear. Oh, what a bad call for Sean. That completely shows how the Ferrari team strategists have been doing the race for him as well.
They didn't tell him that he needed to stay in that position. All of that move cost him second place. That move cost him second place. Well, you'll know about it when he watches on replay. Congratulations to Joe Breezy for an amazing
Oh,
first place.
nobody told me about that. We didn't ride with Joe Bracey as he was crossing the line.
Well,
Since we were
listen,
keeping
we
an
had
eye
that.
on Sean and Sanderman, yes. As
Yeah, we had that coming together.
Sean, oh man, I don't really want to commentate on that. As Warner is right on the back of Useless and does not get the position out at the end. Um, Psychosin and Bigger Fever very close there at the end. Did not keep an eye on that gap, but Psychosane and Bigger Fever move ahead of Talon Guy, and now we're waiting on our very own Sea Freeze to finish the race.
Congratulations to Swarner on 8th place, Silent Night, Psycho Sing on the 10th. A little bit lucky there for Sandemar with Sean pushing at like that at the end. He's kept his 2nd place. Sean in 3rd, Mitch a nice comeback to from 9th to 4th. iRoll, Theme Race, ZX in 6th. It was an interesting race. It's always fun when it's split between dry and wet. It's especially fun when it's not me racing in it. Lopez, before you close out this your first TCR broadcast, congratulations. I just want to remind people a couple of things. To join TCR, the TCR races for Golden every Wednesday at 8:30, and followed by the Platinum race every Thursday. I think next week is in my hometown of Montreal, Quebec, Canada. Au circuit Gilles Villeneuve sur l'île Sainte-Hélène. I would like to remind people to always subscribe, like these videos, as we see a ton of penalties on our screen here. And would like to remind people that we are starting a silver class league with assists on ABS. And if you're new to league racing, it's a perfect class to join, to get your bearings, to improve your racecraft, and you would need to talk to Seafreeze to be able to join the league. And thank you, Jones, and thank you, Lopez. It was fun. Thanks to TCR for letting me broadcast, and I hope to rejoin next year.
All right. Congratulations to the podium finishers, Joe Breeze, Sanderman, and Sean. That was an incredible race. A lot of action everywhere. Thank you guys for your help. Thanks for those reports in the pits, Jones. I'm sure there were many more reports to be done, but we did not have the time to complete them all. But as you guys know, thank you guys for watching. Please hit the like and subscribe button. Um, and please don't forget to join us on our podcast. We'll be talking about both Red Bull wins for France and what a dominant race for the Red Bull drivers. And we'll also be having our race predictions for next week. We forgot to do our own race predictions for this week, but knowing what the weather was going to be like, nobody was ever going to get this right. All right,
You're
guys.
right.
So, anything you guys want to say before we end the stream?
Bonsoir.
Looking forward to Canada. See you there next week.
All right. As you guys can hear, see you guys next week in Canada. It's goodbye from us, but not bye forever. And hope you guys have fun. And see you all then. All right. Stop broadcast.